I've never owned an iPad before because I've never thought I needed one. And then I got one. And within a week, I realized I've been missing something I didn't know I actually needed. This is not a review of the iPad. It's more like what changed after I started using this iPad every day. I'm a creative, so I shoot, edit, and think. Like way too much. And I spend a lot of time in my head trying to organize ideas, plan shoots, figure out where things are going. Usually I just write them in my phone, whether that's on WhatsApp sending it to myself, or just on the task app listing down to-do lists. And the moment I got my iPad, things have been shifting gradually. And the iPad has landed itself in 3 very important ways I use it. And that's what I want to talk about. Now, if you own an iPad, you're probably familiar with the app Freeform. I know it sounds boring, but basically it's a digital whiteboard. Here's the thing. I always do my brainstorming in my head or in the Notes app, so things get scattered everywhere. That means it either gets lost or it just never comes to life. All because I never had a good place to put them. And now I use this free running canvas for all the projects I do. I write notes on it, I do shoot planning, I do mood boards. I'll pick up my pencil and just dump everything out. Sketches, scribbles, random questions I want to answer, just a random shower thought that I have easily written down in the app that I can track back easily. It's how my brain works, and I've never had a way to put it into physical form until now. So the second thing is less about how I think, but more how I work. Specifically, how I work at my desk. I've always edited on my MacBook with an external monitor, but I didn't realize how much a third screen can do for me. iPad can be used as a secondary display for your Mac using Sidecar. Now this completely changes the way I use my Mac as well, because the dual monitor setup is usually reserved for at-home editing. But the moment I got the iPad, I realized I could do that everywhere now, and I mean everywhere. I bring it to shoots, I bring it to cafe, basically anywhere you would want to work with a laptop, but with the convenience of a second screen. I can have one screen specifically for WhatsApp to talk to people, or the other one focuses on the main task that I'm doing right now. I don't have to switch around my messy tabs anymore. Everything is in where it's supposed to be. But honestly, the most unexpected use case that I have is when I'm out shooting. When I'm doing run and gun shoots, I'm usually on location, and it's just me and my camera. I have to rely on this super tiny screen that's on behind the camera to check focus, to watch playback, and my confidence on pictures being in focus sometimes is just 50-50. Sometimes I wish I have an external display so I can view it properly, check focus, and show the work to the clients to make sure that's what they want. And surprisingly, that's where the iPad actually shines for me. All I have to do is use the Capture One app on the iPad and everything sorts itself out. I connect it via USB-C. All the pictures I take on my camera has a backup on the screen. Not only does it save me an extra copy, but it makes showing client the work much easier. And you can be sure that your focus is on point when you just pinch and zoom in such a big screen compared to a tiny one. It's one of those things that you didn't realize you need until you actually have it. It just makes my shoots outdoor much more confident. Now, I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy an iPad right now, because that's not what this is about. What I can tell you for sure is the iPad filled in gaps that I didn't know that was even there in the first place. As someone that shoots a lot and edit and just trying to find a place to organize everything in my head, my iPad kind of fills that role for me. Now, I didn't expect the iPad to do this much for me, but if you get one yourself, you might find it filling in gaps in your life that you didn't know that was there. If you're interested in anything that I've talked about my iPad, whether that's the apps or the model that I got the A16 by the way, the base model iPad, which is super good deal for what it is. Let me know down in the comments, and if you like this style of content, check out this video over here.